Hey guys, welcome to another video. I am working on some fingerless mittens and I thought I would just share with you how my first mitten came out. This is a yarn called Dapple from Brooklyn Tweed. It's a merino cotton blend that I picked up last summer. It kind of has like a Donegal tweed type effect to it. And the pattern is called the Weekend Walking Mitts by Dianna Wallin, and I had so much fun with this hat that I knit with cables for the first time, my first cable project, so I was eager to give it a try on a pair of mittens. And you can kind of see how cool this cable patterning was. It was a lot more intricate and therefore a lot more challenging and a lot of fun. This ribbing here is really extra big. It's supposed to be actually 3.5 inches, but the cotton wool blend just was really hurting my fingers, so I kind of ended short, but you can fold it over if you want. And I only had one skein of green and one skein of white in the Dapple, so I had to kind of mix up the two colors to get two pair of mittens. So you can see my little pearl blips here coming through. I'm not worried about it. A super cute thumb design here with right and left leaning increases, super easy instructions. The pattern was flawless. I can't recommend it enough. I think it took me a week to just do this one mitten, and it may look big to you. I did it in the size large. It fits me and my son. We have really large hands, so in terms of my impression of the yarn, it felt softer when I touched it on the skein. When it knits up, it feels a little rough. I'm just going to call this rustic yarn. There's little flecks of dirt that are still in the yarn that you have to pick out here and there, especially with the white skein. And you can kind of see what it looks like as a separate strand. It can break off pretty easy if you're a really tight knitter. It never broke off while I was knitting, but I could see that could happen if you're a really tight knitter. The other thing I wanted to say is that the green skein was much thinner than the white skein, so that's why my ribbing looks just so wide here. It's just totally different gauge. So now that I'm working on my right mitten, I followed the instructions for the pattern for 9 rows of ribbing, and I'm using the ribbing with the green yarn, and it's about even though I've done with both mittens, I've done 9 rows of ribbing. The white, because it's so much heavier of a gauge, it just gave me a much wider a longer ribbing. So I'm a little fearful because the body of my mitten is going to be in the white for the right hand. I think it's going to be a lot bigger than the left hand. So just something I wanted to say. If you're interested in trying this yarn, I wouldn't buy it online. I wouldn't trust that. I would want to buy it in a store, and I would want to eyeball it, and I would want to make sure that every skein I bought looked like it was the same thickness, because whatever mill this is spun at, they're having a difficult time getting all the colors to be the same gauge. At least that's my personal experience. So anyways, the story behind this yarn is that I really wanted to make Claire Garland's frog. If you follow her on Instagram, she has that frog going all over the world, and people all over the world are knitting that frog. And I really had thought I was going to make the frog, but I had so much yarn left over that I had plenty to make some mittens, and I just really wanted to use up all the yarn that I bought from last summer, so that's what I did. So anyways, just a quick share here on my walk this Sunday afternoon. Okay, I'm going to do one more video to share with you that I want to upload next week on some Fair Isle mittens.